Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. I hope you're all having a great time celebrating the holiday, and I just can't believe that we're on the precipice of the end of 2021 already, and tomorrow is the start of the new year. Maybe for you, by the time you're watching this, or simply by virtue of the time zone you're in, it's already 2022, so let me know, how is it so far? But seriously, guys, let me know in the comments, what is your New Year's resolution? I'm really curious to see what you guys have cooking, if you have one that is, and I strongly recommend that everyone takes one on. I mean, we're all not perfect. We can all improve at something. Now, my New Year's resolution is to upload more diverse content for you guys. I've promised it in the past, and Cars has just consumed it. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I love Cars, but I want to do some different things and expand to new audiences, and that's exactly what we're doing today. I'm starting my resolution a whole day early with this review slash collection slash display video of all of my Hot Wheels Battle Force 5 diecast, something I'm very passionate about, so I can't wait to get into it. But yeah, guys, welcome back to another Disney Docket video. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the daily uploads thus far. I won't be able to sustain this, but while I'm on winter break, I probably will be able to. But then it'll go to less frequent, more like 2 videos, 1.5 videos on average per week while I'm at school, just because, you know, I'm at school. So hopefully you guys can understand that. But that's when I'll be able to do more speculation type videos on the Cars on the Road series, because that doesn't involve me being here at the review table with all my stuff. So anyways, let's dive right in here with a brief overview of the Battle Force 5 show itself. So there were 2 seasons that came out in like 2010 and 11 or something like that, maybe a little earlier, but either way, only 2 seasons, and then there was a movie that was only released in Latin American countries, which absolutely stinks. I'm sorry for those people, like, that's great, you know, for you guys. And like, I speak Spanish too, so like, it's not that big of a deal, but I would just love to have those original actors in the movie and just hear it how it was originally done. And I'm sure it exists, but for whatever reason, like, no one recorded it, it's not on YouTube anywhere, so that is a major detriment. But either way, we have 2 complete seasons. I highly recommend you check out some of the episodes on YouTube, because pretty much they all have been uploaded by at least one channel. And in my opinion, it is the best animated show ever. You guys are going to balk about that, talk about Acceleracers or some of those other shows on Nickelodeon that I didn't watch. I only really watched this animated show. I'm not even kidding. I can't even remember another animated show I watched. And yeah, SpongeBob fans out there, I am sorry, but Battle Force 5 had a tremendous storyline that really encompassed the 2 seasons. Like, it's not like one season was something entirely different from the other. They really are intertwined, and it's just a great show. Like, the music's fantastic, the characters are relatable, and the cars are super cool. And that's why I was like, yeah, thank gosh Hot Wheels has been making some. But unfortunately, Hot Wheels only made a few. They made actually almost all the characters, but for season 2, a bunch of them got canceled, and they became extremely rare. So a lot of these that you're seeing in this video are very rare. If you search for these on eBay, you probably won't find half of them. I've been very scrupulous about trying to get these, and over the course of the last couple years, I've been accumulating this much. So this is what I have so far, and I hope you guys enjoy. I'm just gonna go through everything, kind of talk about it. Probably gonna be a little bit longer of a video, so sit back, relax, and just enjoy the showcase, you know, learn a little something today. These are really neat cars. I know they look a little weird, like, what the heck is that? But it's just this guy with his blades expanded, so don't even worry about that. That's for, like, the hardcore fan. I actually like that one a lot. But yeah, we're gonna start with the loose stuff here, because that makes the most sense to me, and I can just get out of the way then after that. So this is Vert's Saber, so all the main characters have names. It's, you know, not like Cars where the car is the character. The characters are actual humans and then aliens. But yeah, this is Vert Saber. Now, the unique thing about this is that you could flip it over and it still rolls. Like, and that's exactly how it is in the show as well. He does a lot of flips and ends up on this side as well. And then you can see that his, like, window, his screen there, windshield is the same, and it just kind of flips around, like he rotates within the cockpit basically. And then he does expand, and you get those blades, which we'll get to in a little bit. I love the red metallic on this one. Super cool. One of the most creative designs for a car that I've seen. And all these are as well. So this is the chopper. Now this one's a little beat up, unfortunately. Some guy off Mercari I bought these from, shipped them in a bag together, which was just about the dumbest thing you could do. And yeah, guys, don't do that. Like, if you're shipping out cars to someone, even if they're already in like quote unquote used condition, you don't want them to get even more used. Wrap them in bubble wrap, space them out, don't let them clank against each other. But either way, this is Zoom's chopper. I'll show you one in the package in a little bit here. But these tires, like, basically, it kind of folds out, or in the movie, it folds out like a sandwich. This side pops out and this side pops out, and the wheels basically become propellers or like jets. I don't really know. It's really hard to describe. You have to see it. And then he could fly. And I think that's so cool. Like, it makes sense to me. Like, seems like something that technology could probably come up with. Here we have Stanford's Reverb. Now, this is kind of weird. Like, I've actually never talked about the show before to like anyone. None of my friends watched it. Obviously not going to really tell my parents much about it because it's like, that bore them to death. So yeah, this is like the first time I've actually said a lot of these names out loud, which is funny. Yeah, so Stanford's Reverb here, you could see that they actually name all the cars. That's what Hot Wheels does. They put the name of the car on the base, which is super helpful. Now, his special ability, or whatever you want to call it, is that in his hood here, pop out sonic blasters. And again, I will show you them in a little bit because they did make a version like that. And also, all right, never mind. We'll get to that later. There's a lot to talk about today, so I hope you guys are prepared. Now, here we have Agura's Tangler. Probably my least favorite car. It looks a little weird, but I mean, it makes sense because you need something that can climb a mountain, and that's exactly what hers can do. It's like a Jeep Wrangler put on steroids because you could have so much articulation in each of the limbs, essentially, each of the wheels. So like this can move totally independent of this, and same thing with the ones in the back here. So super cool, but she's not much of a attacker. I feel like, I mean, she does a lot of attacking, I guess, in the show, but she has her special climbing ability there. And then this is the Buster tank that is manned by Spinner and Sherman, the two brothers. This thing's a beast. This thing does kind of move up a little bit, and that does in the series as well. Really hard to describe what it does, but it basically fires like a whole barrage of chains. It just kind of circles about and protects the vehicle. Super cool. Almost all these have metal bases instead of metal bodies. This one's a little weird. It has like a metal inner part, and the base is plastic and the body is plastic. So kind of odd there, but still pretty interesting, and they did a good job of replicating what it looks like in the series. Now this is one of the villains. This is the Zelix. What was his name? Oh my god, I can't believe I'm forgetting. Oh my god. Oh, Zemric. Yeah, the robot guy. I can't believe I forgot that. But yeah, Zemric was like the leader of all of the evil robots, basically, even though he became, I don't want to spoil anything, but he's got a cool arc in the show. And yeah, this is his car, the Zelix. You got the metal body, plastic base again. I like the transparent turquoise wheels there. Pretty cool. And this is just like one of the 1,000 robots that like he had under his control. They all had the same exact car except for his like second in command. And this is a Zentner. So just like a regular Sark robot. This is one of the rarer ones, so I was very fortunate to get this one. I do have one in the package as well. Metal base, plastic body. Now the other group of villains, at least in the first season, are the Vandals, and this is Calus's Fangore. And this is my least favorite car that Mattel did, because it just really doesn't look much like the show version at all. And it's tough, like I admit it would have been tough to make it close to what it looks like in the show, and they probably did the best they could. But like he never has this, like maybe one episode he has like this little turbine in the back, but for the most part. Yeah, the color is not even right at all. So I'm not really a big fan of this one, but yep, metal base, plastic body again. His chariot. Here's another Vandal. This was, oh my god, I'm being tested on these. I kind of, Saber's Water Slaughter. Good thing I have one in the package there. I like this one a lot, but again, they didn't really get the color right. The color is much darker. It's like a very dark grayish blue and just covers the whole thing. It's not like a wave like this is. So I don't really know why they did that, but maybe to make them look a little bit more exciting. But I really do like this one a lot. And this one has a, again, like they did these in such an odd way. Like it's a plastic base and body, but you have like this metal part in the back. So interesting. The Water Slaughter. There you have it. Those are all the ones I have loose. And now we're going to go on with the ones in the package here, starting with the first season. You can see all these ones on the left are from the second season because they say fused on it. That is what they called the second season, Battle Force 5 Fused. And they did that because of the new edition that you could fuse your cars together. And so that was like the big MacGuffin, as one may say, for the second season. All right, so here is the first one. So this is the Saber that I just showed you out of the package. And then in each of these packages, or each of the releases, they came with these snap-on weapons, which I think are pretty lame, but it's nice that they made an effort. Like you could see here, that red one's supposed to resemble the blades that he has here, but like, come on, are you kidding me? Like, what? But I mean, it's cool. I mean, when I was 11, I thought it was kind of cool. I don't know, that black one's super weird, doesn't resemble anything from the show at all. I really just wanted the diecast themselves, and they had these like cartoon images that they put on each package as well, at least for the first season. So you can see there on the back a little bio about Vert Wheeler and the Saber, and you can pause to read all this. We'd be here forever if I read them all to you guys. And then it shows the weapon snapped on. I also love the stock images for all these because they look a lot different from the actual releases. Like Vert Saber here is a much flatter red, and then they ended up making it metallic. So I find that kind of interesting. Some of these other ones are a little different as well. It looks like, yeah, they painted Agura's rims there silver, but they ended up just making them black on the Tangler. So yeah, that is the first one, the Saber vehicle. Up next is the Zelix here. So this was Zemeric, his car. His snap-on weapon was a lot better because it was actually almost identical to what he had in the show. And it would just like appear out of nowhere. Like for him to apply that weapon per se, he would literally just, it would just happen. It would just come out of nowhere. It would make a cool little sound effect. And there you go. The evil leader of the Sark. Not really. He really is not evil, actually. Maybe just power hungry. But there are far greater evils in the second season. And the Battle Force 5 pretty much just battled the Vandals and the Sark in the first season. And you guys can like look it up for what they were really battling for. It's really hard to explain. But here you have Calus's Fangore. Again, you get some really weird snap-on weapons for these. Like, none of those are in the show, just so you guys know. Nothing looks that absurd. Lion-like leader of the Vandals rules with fear. Animalistic vehicle. Sharp fangs. Wow. Pretty sure the back of all these packages shows the exact same set. I think these were... Actually, I don't know. I know there was one case that had all of them, I think, except for the Tangler ATV. Like, you guys will find out here that I don't really have all that many because they are very rare. And it's hard to like find anyone who's selling them, you know? Like I go on eBay and like really there's not much at all for sale. Anyway, here you have Zever's Water Slaughter. This is one of my recent acquisitions that I'm really happy about because again, you just can't find this stuff. Some guy has like a case on eBay right now, like I said, with a bunch of them, but I don't believe it has the Tangler ATV, but it does pretty much have, I think, all the other ones on the back of the package. Again, snap-on weapons not accurate to the series. There you have his little bio. His cartoon image looks ridiculous. Like, that is not how he looks in the series at all. It's like a comic book version of him. He looks way better. Like, this is how the animation actually looked. And that's why I prefer those packages from the second season much more. Now, here was like a special version of the Saber. Special BattleZone edition. Again, I don't really know what they were going for here. Like, he never appears in this yellow paint job with gray tires in the series at all. I guess they were just trying to make something that looked cool. I think this was supposed to be like a chase. There was like one per case only. But the bio and everything is the same. Special BattleZone edition. Here is the Zentner, man. I wish I got to pay $1.50 for this thing. Another one that's a little rarer than most. Zerx. So yeah, all the robots were the same. Like, there were no variation in them except for Zemrick's second in command, who was named Zug. But his car is extremely rare. It's funny how some of them only get one snap-on weapon, but I'm sure they all cost the same. His snap-on weapon's kind of close to how it looks in the series, but not really. Alright, let's see what else. I do have a few more from the first season. Alright, I got two more here, guys. So I have Stanford's Reverb. Now, this one's actually one of the easier ones to get. There's his little cartoon image. Looks a little weird to me. Read the bio if you'd like. He was probably one of the most annoying characters in the show, but he grows on you a little bit. Now, his snap-on weapons are identical, actually, to how they look in the show. So good job, Mattel. You did a good job on that. There are his sonic blasters that come out of the hood, and then he has some that come out from underneath his car. And yes, this did air on Cartoon Network, by the way, in case you were wondering. And then here's another version of that where it's like inverted colors. Basically, like gray is the main color and purple is the accent color. And then he has like these red line tires. So let's do a little comparison there. And they call this one a special BattleZone edition as well, even though he never appeared like this. There's a better look at him. All right. So those are all the ones I have that were released especially for Season 1. And now we're going to move on to Season 2. Fused. So now this is when they get really rare. Very hard to find a lot of these. But again, the Reverb probably is one of the easier ones to get. So you can see that's how he actually looked in the show. And this is the exact same version that they released for the first season. Like, they didn't change anything. And like, they didn't have to. Like, totally cool with that. So now the packages are a little more basic. They don't have the comic book look to them anymore. You have the whole team. They added 2 members. Those ones over on the right there in Season 2. And if you're wondering why there was actually 6 of them to begin with, it's because they were naming the team after the amount of cars, not the amount of people. Here are all of the really cool ones that they were trying to do for Season 2. And I think all these got released except for the Grindstone and then the Synthrax. But the Primeval, the Vilorex, the Fangore, this version of the Fangore, the upgraded one, and the Splitwire are monstrously rare. I saw a Splitwire loose and in bad condition sell for like over $200 just like last month. Like, I wanted to bid on it, but like, I'm not spending that much money for one that's damaged and loose. Like, no thank you. But yeah, this is your basic version of the Reverb. I have a few more here. This is one of my favorites actually because they just did a version with the weapons popped out. And I love that. Like, they should have been doing this all along instead of those snap-on weapons. Like, that just looks so much cooler. And they didn't change up the packaging at all. Well, actually, it is more of an American packaging. This one was international. So now you can see his bio and all that stuff. And there is your synopsis for the second season. The new bad guys are the Red Sentients, and basically the Sark and the Vandals kind of take a step back, even though they're still in the series frequently, but it has a much bigger focus on these Red Sentients, and all three of the groups hate them, so there's a little bit of a team up aspect to it. I don't know why this has a monster sticker on it, but you can see some of those same cars bigger. Nice picks. All right, and then the last version of the Reverb is another weird one. I don't know. Again, I don't know what they were going for with this, but they did like almost all of the characters in this like ice blue version, even though they never appeared in the series like this. So again, I don't know what they were going for, but it looks kind of cool. This one is pretty rare. It's got a different name tag there in the blue with the, I think that's like the sentient language on it. And then the back, again, you have the international card. All right. So while we're on the topic of those blue ones, I'll show you my other two here. You have the Buster Tank. So they did this guy in the same version. And you can see this is now the English packaging because it says watch the battle on Cartoon Network. And of course, you can see the bio on the back there as well. We'll zoom in for you guys. So you can see both of the guys that man the car. Man, I love this show. This is going to make me want to watch some of the episodes. Like, I totally will still put it on. Like, I don't care at all. Like, I'm 21 years old. I don't care one bit. It is a great show. All right. Now, they re-released the Fangore from the first season, even though he only had it for like 1.5 episodes in the new season, which is a little odd to me. I don't know really why they wasted time making this one again, because his new car looks like this one over in the bottom right corner there. Way cooler and way rarer, unfortunately. But yeah, there you have it. Same thing with the Zelix. They re-released this version, so you can see. I like how they put the actual animated art on the card. I don't know why they didn't do that for the first season. There is another version of the Zelix with like his weapon out, kind of like that Reverb I was showing you with the Sonic Blasters out, but I don't have that, sadly. There's a lot of them I don't have. Oh, I forgot to show you. Here's another one of the blue ones. This one's really rare. Tangler ATV. Again, don't know what they were going for, but it looks pretty cool. Got like some blue metallic pieces there. I think the metal pieces are that blue metallic. There you have it. All right, here you have the Saber with the blades out. Just looks so cool. Like his wheels basically turn horizontal, and they have like blasters in them to keep it raised off the ground. Like it basically hovers just a little bit off the ground. Looks so cool. Comes out with a buzzsaw there. The tires exude those blades. Really neat. But now he doesn't have the metallic paint, which is kind of interesting. You could see that they have just like the flat red. And there's the back. See, they say it in a much better way than what I was trying to describe it as. Features a rotating cockpit and a double-sided drive capability. Yep, that's basically what I was trying to say earlier, in a much clunkier way. Here you have one of the new team members that they got. His name was AJ Dalton, and he drove this monstrous Gearslammer, really cool looking car. I have this one loose somewhere because I bought it actually when it came out, but I don't know where that is, and unfortunately all the ones that I have now are the ones I've recently bought. So I need to go back through my storage, but yeah, he had a really cool car. I actually found this and that Reverb with the blasters out at Five Below many, many years ago. Probably almost 10 years ago by now. So yeah, there you have him. Here's one of my best, probably one of my rarest ones, is the fused Scarib. So Season 2 Scarib, they did do a Scarib for Season 1, And I have that on the way, actually. Like, I just was able to acquire that. But it's the same exact car as this one. It just has those pop-up weapons. And yeah, Hatch drove the Scarib, one of the Vandals. So you can see that up there. Really wish they changed this up, but they're all the same. Pretty neat car. I like this one a lot. Here's another one of my favorites, and it's the only red sentient I have. They only made 3 of the red sentients, and the other 2 are Omega Giga Rare. So I probably won't ever get those in my lifetime, sadly. I won't say that. I will get those in my lifetime. Gotta have a good attitude about this, but this is Kratos' car, the Syfurious. Really cool looking car. All the red sentients had neat cars. Yeah. Really nice, really nice. Ooh, we got an American English card. Nice, you could read about them. Molten blades act like pinchers to grab, slice, and destroy. That's a little bit of an exaggeration. I don't really remember them being molten. I guess they could be, but they don't really grab or slice. They destroy. Not much grabbing and slicing, though. Alright, and last but not least is the chopper from Season 2 here. This one's a little interesting because it has now red wheels instead of the blue ones. The blue ones are accurate to the series, but when they get hot and like they heat up, Hot Wheels, right? They mentioned that quite a bit in the show, but there's a part in the series where they heat up and they become a little bit glowy, I guess you could say. So maybe that's what they're going for in this one. And yeah, there you go. Zoom. Takazumi, I guess. I didn't know his last name was that. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Probably won't get that many views, but that's okay. I'm just really passionate about this and I wanted to talk about it. So let me know in the comment section below which one is your favorite. There's a lot of ones that could be my favorite. I feel like these 3 are probably my favorite. I do like the Water Slaughter a lot as well, this shark car. But these ones are pretty neat. So I will see you guys soon for another video. Enjoy the new year. Bye now. Oopsies, guys. I actually forgot a few items. These were in a different spot because they're not the singles, but I do want to show you them. There was this really cool 7-pack exclusive to Toys R Us. I snagged off eBay a little bit. Apparently it also includes a comic book, and it just has most of the main characters there, the 5 of the Battle Force 5 and the 2 leaders of the villains. So pretty neat. I was pretty happy to get this. Alright, even though the box is in not the best condition. I also recently grabbed this. So it had the DVD. Apparently it only includes episode 1. Well, maybe it includes more, but you'd think it would say like episodes 1 through something. Like it makes a big deal about episode 1, which is kind of lame. Like if this only has episode 1. But I bought for this exclusive BattleZone edition Saber. So yet another BattleZone Saber. There was that yellow one, and now there's this chrome one, which looks pretty cool, but as always, does not appear in the show like that. So again, don't really know what they were going for, but here you go. Pretty cool packaging. So it says it includes episode 1, starting line. The 2, are you kidding me? It says the DVD includes character and vehicle bios. Like, what does exactly that mean? Additional animation? I don't know, maybe that's cool. I don't think I've seen it. Alright. And then these were plastic vehicles that they made for the 2nd season. Like I said, fused meant that they could fuse their cars together. So here you have Vert and Stanford's car fused together. These are plastic again. They're not die-cast, but they're still really neat. Sonic Slash. Now these are actually some of the easiest ones to come across on eBay and some of the cheapest ones. But it never used to be like that. Something happened over the last like year and a half where these hit like, I don't really know, like basically Tuesday morning type stores. I don't think it was actually Tuesday morning, but like pay for less type stores. Some of those like retailers that get all the stuff that the big retailers don't want anymore. And apparently these were just sitting in a warehouse somewhere and they finally found them and sent them out. So there you go. There are the bios for this Sonic Slash car. You have the shock blade, Vert Wheeler and Tez. This one's really weird looking, I know. It like flips on its end. You can see that there are tires on like the sides there and on the horizontal part. Like, it's a super weird, interesting concept though. Yeah, there's kind of a better illustration of it. I don't know if they were going to make any more in this series. It makes it seem like there was, because seems like there'd be space for more down there. But anyway, the rig saw between Vert and AJ. This one's pretty self-explanatory what it does. So yeah, like I was saying, I feel like there was more behind that giant barcode. Because if there's one there, I can't really tell what that one is. There's the shock blade. There's probably like 2 or 3 in between them. But only these 3 were released to my knowledge. Maybe there was more, but those would be giga rare as well. So anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye now.